Hello, welcome to Electronic Circuit Analysis by PSpice program. Today we're going to introduce you the PSpice program. We use schematic and capture to simulating the PSpice, but today we're going to tell you how to simulate and analyze the PSpice in schematic, and also we have a brief explanation about the capture. Okay, well, I open the schematic. Then as you can see, it is like this screen. And today I wanna tell you it's different and it's different parts. We want to tell you how to create and analyze the circuit. If I click on that part, as you can see, the screen will be closed. But in order to open a new environment, I click on File, the new, as you can see here. So I click on that part and open a new screen. Also, if I click again, the second, third, fourth, and fifth schematics will be shown. And if I click on that part, the fifth part will be finished. Fourth and 3 and 2 will be deleted. Okay, the next part is open schematic. Here you can open the schematic that you have made before. For example, here I click on test, which I have done it before. As you can see, it is the program development of my recent program, last programs like this. The next option is save, which as you know, for example, if you have programmed any circuit, you can save it from this part. The important point is that before simulating this circuit, you should actually save the circuit that you have programmed it. If you didn't, if you don't save it, the program will have some problems. The next part is print, and for example, you can print from the program and circuit that you have made. This part is zoom in, that you can zoom in on some parts, zoom out, and you can do the zoom out. Here, zoom area. For example, you select a special part and zoom in that part. For example, like this, zoom out, zoom area again by left click and drag the mouse. I can do this. Okay, this option is zoom to fit page, which actually zoom a special part the program, which I will have we will explain this part next sessions. This is draw wire, which you can use this option to actually wiring and connecting different icons. If I can that part by left click, as you can see, I can do the connecting like this. The important part is that in the environment of PSpice, there are two options to finish the program. For example, in here, if I right click, the connecting will be finished. Also, if I, for example, I'm connecting like this, if I click on escape on, which is on the keyboard ESC, I can finish that part and programming. The next option is drop loss. Actually, the which we call many wires, some wires loss. which we can use this option. The next option is draw block, which if there are many elements here in the program, you can use this part to in order to change it to block. And here we won't use draw loss or draw block. But one of the most important options here is actually part browser advanced, which I can actually search any part that I want to use in my program. For example, here I enter capacitor in my program by writing or by typing C here. As you can see, some options are shown here by place. By clicking on place, I can actually place my elements here in the program, my elements or actually capacitors. Also, in order to finishing programming in PSpice, I can right click and to finish that part. I click on R, and as you can see, by typing the first letter of any word, here for example the resistor shown, I click on place like this. By right click, I finish the programming. Inductor, I click on place like this, as you can see here. Also here I can type the name of special part, for example 2N22 or 2N22. As you can see here, it's a transistor. Actually I selected and place, click on place, and I enter it in my program. By right click, I finish my placing. Here if I click on close, the window will be actually closed. If I click on zoom to fit page, by clicking on that part, as you can see, the elements and the parts that have placed in schematic will be zoomed in. This option actually zoom in on the parts that we are working. Also here I can enter another sample, for example by left clicking and dragging the icon, and by Control C buttons I can and Control C and Control I can actually make copy and more parts. Also from this part I can use the parts which I have used them before. For example here C, which is my capacitor, like this, like this. Also here we have another option with edit attitude, which for here you can actually change the amount of elements that you have select them. But I will have more explanations on this part in the next sessions. Here edit symbol, for example here I selected capacitor. I want to edit this capacitor. For example I want to add a space. If I close that part, as you can see, all of my capacitors have a box. Also I want to actually choose this capacitor by edit symbol. Here I can actually delete the box that I've made it before. As you can see, the capacitors were deleted by using that part, which is edit symbol. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for watching this episode. We'll hope to have you next episode too. Bye bye.